How Taxi2 destroyed his streaming career. Wait, real?
If you're an OG Apex player, the name Taxi2G is one that you either love or hate. Taxi2G is a
This guy has cancer.
part of the small group of streamers on Apex Legends that have seen both sides of the coin when it comes to being loved and hated by the community of the game they stream. Most people that found success on Apex Legends had done it by either being wholesome and laid back in the streaming world, or of course being good at competitive play. Taxi2G, on the other hand, found success in the streaming world not by reinventing the wheel, but rather by finding a lane in the Apex community that most people have been avoiding. But to understand how he found himself taking that lane, you would first need to understand the type of person
This was made like actually recently. That's my going live tweet
Taxi2G is
from a couple days
and
ago.
how he came into the streaming world to begin with. See, unlike most of the big names in the Apex community today, Taxi had been around in the Battle Royale world for a really long time. The guy is practically a veteran. He got his start in the Battle Royale world by playing H1Z1, and seeing as he was playing with big names in that community, such as a good friend of his, Trick2G, you could only imagine that Taxi2G himself was a big name in that community at that time. But unfortunately, Taxi doesn't have any content from that era, and judging from his Twitch tracker, he would eventually make the switch to League of Legends in December of 2016, and from this point on, League of Legends would become his main game that he would stream. And judging by who Taxi2G is today, you can only imagine that this is where he became the person that we know him as today. Now, I would sit here and dig deeper into Taxi2G's League of Legends era, but once again, the guy has absolutely no content from this era except for tweets. So instead, we would need to keep moving forward, since near the end of 2018, he would jump from games such as Fortnite back to League of Legends.
I mean, that's true. I didn't upload any content, which is kind of stupid. Like, it would be cool to like look back on. But also, I was a bit of a bad boy back then.
And he would even start playing Overwatch. But it wasn't until 2019, when Apex Legends had its surprise release, when the true story of Taxi2G would begin. When Apex Legends released, it was like a goldmine for streamers. Everyone who was trying to break into the streaming world that wasn't already locked into whatever game they were. Everyone who was trying to break into the streaming world
160?
that wasn't already locked
160? Dude, I want to play this version so bad.
There were over 50 million players in the game during its first month, and from Taxi2G's perspective, since he already had extensive knowledge about how Battle Royales work, he figured that Apex Legends was a game that he could find success in. And to his surprise, it did not take long for Taxi2G to find success on Apex Legends.
Nandy edited that video.
Just like many other streamers on Apex, Taxi2G saw growth in his streaming career right off the bat. Month after month, his average viewers and followers were growing noticeably larger and larger, and this was due to the fact that he was noticeably skilled at the game. He had solid...
No, it's because I played with Nicewig and Noko. I started streaming a little bit for my friends when this game came out, and then in April of 2019, I would play with Nicewig and Noko, and I started. I found Nicewig, I think, a couple days before he got raided by Dizzy, and Nicewig knew me from when I used to play with Trick2G, and so he wanted to play with Trick2G, so I got me, Trick, and Nicewig on a squad. And then me and Nicewig became friends.
Understood how to go about winning matches consistently, and by May of 2019, he had grown to over 100 viewers per stream, an average that he would maintain from May of 2019 all the way to January of 2021. During this point in time, the Apex community...
Yeah, I averaged like... I basically started out having like 20, 30 viewers from my H1 and League days, and then as soon as I played with Nicewig, his community like loved me. So as soon as I would go live, I had 100 viewers. I would come home from work. I would work all day until like 7 p.m. Then I would take the bus home, and then I would stream for 8 hours or 10 hours sometimes, like 6 to 10 hours. Then I would sleep like 3 to 4 hours, or I would sleep standing up at work, and then I would do it all again. For like a year and a half.
Considered to be the best player on the game and the most entertaining person to watch on.
Bro, Timmy wasn't even a thing. Timmy was not even a thing. No one watched Timmy until he played a Twitch Rivals, where they focused a lot on his gameplay for whatever reason, and he was really funny and had like a lot of like Stream Deck memes set up, and he just had like good timing on like his meme shit.
On Twitch, Taxi2G was none of them, and that's why he was stagnant for a really long time. Instead, he was building a game
What?
and the most viewers
What
per
did he say?
stream, an average that he would maintain from May of 2019 all the way to January of 2021. During this point in time, the Apex community had people who were considered
Oh
to be
my
the best
God.
player on the game and the most entertaining person to watch on Twitch. Taxi2G was none of them, and that's why he was stagnant for a really long time.
No, I was stagnant because I played competitively. I wasn't consistently streaming my fucking I was doing way more pro play than actual like streaming and making content.
Instead, he was building a name for himself in the niche PC community of Apex Legends, and without a doubt, Taxi2G was now a name that everyone knew if you were tapped into the community. He became a person known for their high skill, but not only that, he had that CSGO Russian player personality, a person who would scream and rage on their mic throughout matches, but was also
kind of
really good
true.
at the game, and unsurprisingly, to many people in the community, that was really
I
entertaining.
literally grew up with those, so.
Those two key aspects of Taxi2G's content strategy.
Where the fuck am I? Oh,
Worked hand in
the
hand
old
and allowed
dorm
him to
room
stand out
on
in the
Danielle's setup.
saturated Apex community. Unfortunately, this was during an era of Apex Legends where everyone who was blowing up was either wholesome.
How the fuck did he find that?
If you were an aggressive person, you were a competitive player.
Bro, you can't take season 14 clips along with my like season 4 clips.
He tried to become a competitive player early on in his Apex career, but clearly that didn't work out. Instead, he went all in on becoming a streamer / content creator, and luckily for him, when a small subsection of the Apex community started to grow.
And it's actually insane. It's insane how it barely didn't work out. I almost got signed to like a team where I would be the captain, and the fucking people were like that were gonna make the team, they were fucking loaded.
Due to the lack of content.
Like the guy gave me like 19k or some shit.
In Apex Legends, the movement community, since Taxi was already known to have good movement, was a part of the few people that would benefit from the rise in interest in that lane. People such as Fade, Timmy, and Lyric were at the forefront of this new movement hype.
No, they weren't. Fade was. Fade and Lyric. Timmy was not.
Taxi would benefit from this later on, during the middle of 2021, where you could see that his viewership would finally start to rise. At this point,
the reason why it started to rise, I think, was one, because I was consistent and made good content, and two, because I shared a lot of viewers with Mandy. And me and Mandy were growing together, but before that, it was because I played ranked with Lou a lot, and after he reached rank 1, because like his dad died and like he was going through a really tough time, he couldn't be consistent with streaming or like playing. So a lot of Lou's viewers came to watch me instead.
Taxi2G not only had movement clips that were blowing up, but there were also videos of his personality that were starting to go viral in the community. And it was clear that his humor, raw skill, and movement were working perfectly in creating a lane for Taxi2G to take, a lane which very few people were on. And as you can see, thanks to that, Taxi2G was finally hitting an average of over 1,000 viewers per stream, the first time in his career he had ever hit this milestone. But while Taxi2G's rise to stardom in the Apex community,
but it's because in season 10 the game blew up. In season 8 I averaged like 800, then I averaged 1600, then I averaged 800, and then season 10 came, and then I averaged like fucking between 3 and 6k.
Seemed like one with many pros compared to cons. The truth is, Taxi's content strategy was one that didn't sit right with the mainstream community of Apex Legends. And seeing as everyone now had their eyes on him, it was now only a matter of time before Taxi would find himself in drama. Not everyone was a fan of his personality. If you were to ask r/Apex Legends, or even r/competitive Apex Legends how they felt,
these guys are literally notorious for being cancer to literally everyone. They literally made multiple hate threads on Nicewig. What is this fucking brain rot?
Felt about Taxi 2G, I promise you most of them will tell you that he was extremely toxic. What seemed funny to his audience was deemed as toxic to the mainstream Apex community, and this was not a good thing at all. Raging, screaming, laughing, and arguing on top of high skill was his content, but to the uninformed masses, Taxi seemed like a toxic crybaby that started drama all of the time. His personality alone left a
I haven't started drama since 2020, I think. Since the fucking click incident. I haven't started any drama.
bitter taste in the mouth of a good chunk of the Apex Legends community, and while his streaming career was now at an all-time high,
Okay,
it wasn't all
even.
sunshines and rainbows, because the events that would happen in the following months would solidify Taxi's position in the community as the most toxic and hated streamer on all of Apex Legends. See, back in October of 2021, Apex
Are you retarded?
banning people for doing dumb shit, such as using profanity in their names, and when Taxi
What?
and when Taxi would find himself getting banned for using the name Dumb F when he would go onto
Bro, are you?
Twitter and start drama with the devs because of this ban. This time,
No, I didn't start any drama with them over this.
it was completely justified, but the habit of
How is that justified? Dude. Holy fuck, where was I? This guy is so stupid. Like, I still have this account and
going to
everything.
Twitter and start drama with the devs because of this ban. This time, it was completely justified, but the habit of going to Twitter to start drama would destroy Taxi in the near future, because not too long after that ban, in January of 2022, when Taxi would use an exploit live on stream multiple times, and would
Oh, yes, he did cover this. Like, I remember this video. He's so stupid.
use an exploit live on stream multiple times, and would end up getting banned for using it. This time, when he would start drama on Twitter and Twitch, absolutely no one would be on his side. In fact, it was clear that the entire community knew that he was in the wrong, but Taxi 2G being the guy he is, he couldn't.
Okay, yeah, no, let's go over it. Because, like, he doesn't know anything. This is when it happened, literally. I appreciate the way you talk about my bandwidth. Your logic is But your logic is completely flawed, and also you don't know the whole story. I probably don't know the whole story. Yeah, just said what I said based off what I saw. No hard feelings. This is like from a video I saw of him talking about it, where he was like, he said that I was stupid, but they were dumb for not like communicating with me and like saying that why I was Spanish. Okay. Literally the same time as my ban, thousands of people were getting banned falsely. Was not my doing. Something happened on EAC's side. They sent out a ban wave of false positives. Everyone that was banned should be unbanned now. And I saw that on Twitter while I was banned. So I thought, oh, it's just like false positives. And so I messaged Hideouts and Josh Medina, who was the producer. I don't know if he still is, but he was producer of Respawn. Well, yo, why am I banned? Am I good or what? Like, because I was playtesting for them and helping them with what to do with tab strafing and shit when they thought about like removing it from the game because it lacked readability, etc. Whatever the fuck they said. This happened the same time as my ban. I instantly reached out to both Hideouts and Josh, of whom I've been in contact with from playtesting, reporting cheaters, teamers, DDoS, etc., which is true, completely true. I didn't receive an email about my ban until 14 hours after my ban, and I now have 9 emails total telling me that I'm permanently banned on 3 accounts. I got 9 emails 14 hours later. Okay, and here are the fucking tweets. So you openly admit that you were speed hacking in your VOD and you get temp banned, and then you immediately do it all over again on an alt. And then you hopped on another alt and started grief finishing everyone and are still confused as to why you're currently temp banned all on stream. You forgot to caveat some stuff. Let me help you. I did this glitch for like 2 weeks in ranked lobbies, got banned for it, and then immediately did it again, and then did it again immediately, all on stream. Additionally, I'm sure as hell not the guy you want to DM to ask why you're banned, lol. And I asked Tideouts, which was one of the guys. There was multiple people banning me live on stream. Grief finishing. I don't know what the fuck that means. That's literally not a thing you can get banned for. Did this glitch for like 2 weeks in ranked lobbies. I did it for 2 streams. I did it for 2 whole streams. Not 2 weeks. Not 2 weeks. And I gained a staggering amount of 500 LP. I went from D1 to Master. Doing this in 2 days. Playing with Gineske and OJ Rain, who are both insanely talented competitive players. So I would hope that I at least gained a little, but I was trolling, doing this troll new movement tech that had been in the game for a year when I used it, and no one other than me has ever been banned for it. Just saying. Okay. I wasn't speed hacking, I was alt dashing. The person I was spam finishing was a stream sniper mod, a Paris. And how am I supposed to know movement tech is bannable when literally no one in the entire game has ever been banned for using a movement tech or a glitch? True. When we used to punch the bins and launch ourselves off the fucking the bins, or launch ourselves off of flyer boxes on Olympus, or tap strafing off cannons, etc., etc. No one has ever been banned for exploiting movement tech to gain an unfair advantage, which is what an exploit is. No one other than me. Not a single person. Please find if you can. I wasn't doing it for 2 weeks, I was doing it for 2 days at most. And I went over these VODs multiple times. And I'm sure that there are YouTube videos where you can see me explaining my side of the story at the time. Yeah, that makes sense. Neither Hideouts or Josh responded to your DMs on why you were banned? Nope.
Gave 0 fucks. He would decide that using Smurf accounts to wait out his main account's ban was the right decision to make, and when he would get banned multiple times for ban evasion, Taxi still felt that he was not in the wrong, which only tarnished his reputation even more, at a point where many people in the community were convinced that he was either a dumbass or was doing this on purpose. And not too long after that, when Taxi would get banned from competing in the ALGS, this was the...
And don't even let me get started on the... I got banned from competing in ALGS for 6 months after this for cheating, because exploiting falls under the category of cheating. Mendo and Aiden were supposed to be my teammates for a Challenger circuit. We asked the devs ahead of time, or when I got unbanned from my 30-day ban, yo, is it cool now if me and Taxi and Aiden sign up for ALGS to play since he's unbanned? And then the top guys at ALGS say, yeah, man, go ahead, sign up. There should be no problems. And then 16 hours before lockout, roster lock, they banned me for 6 months competitively. And my wife at the time had to email them why I was banned. I did not get told. LOL.
Final stab on Taxi2G's name, which solidified his position in the community as Apex Legends' most toxic streamer. But it was not like this was the end of Taxi2G, because in the grand scheme of things, all publicity is still publicity. And since at the root of Taxi2G's content, he was extremely skilled and really entertaining to many people who watched him daily, he was still consistently hitting new milestones in his streaming career. And since
it's almost like
he was never fully banned on Apex, and being banned on ALGS this didn't really mean much since streaming was his main hustle, and while today there is a decrease in his viewership, the truth is everyone is seeing a decline because Apex Legends itself is falling off. In reality, while Taxi2G might be hated by many people, he is still loved by many of his loyal fans. And if I were to guess, Taxi2G's future in the streaming world is most definitely bright, since he proved time and time again that cancellations and hate mobs were nothing more than an obstacle in his journey of becoming whatever the hell he feels like becoming.
What? You make an 8-minute video with misinformation and hate comments to then glaze at the last 10 seconds that no one's gonna watch.
Taxi2G's future in the streaming world.
I have so much fucking hate from this guy. Yeah, you see that? Organic game.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna go get that evac. Hold on. Where are they?
Don't worry, I handled them.
What is down here? Stuck him.
Good stick.
Lord.
It's all good, I got it under control.
Oh my god. Babe, you probably.
I always choke the 30 bomb and I always choke it! I always choke it! Fuck me! Yeah, he knows. He likes it like that. That way, when you moan, he hears it all the time.
Give me your gun, you fucking noob.
That's crazy.
Swerving on what loot? There's fucking 8 teams, bro.
Look.